Good morning, church family. This morning I was reading in the book of Genesis, and I was reading the story of Joseph. And in the story, as many of you know, Joseph had a dream, and he had a dream that he shared with his brothers. First of all, he dreamt that they were out in the field and they were tying up bundles of grain, and his bundle of grain rose up, and then all the others bowed down to it. I also had a dream about there were stars in the sky, and his star uh, was one that the stars of his brother, and then his mother and father, the moon and the sun, bowed down. And as I think about that, I think often about how God has a dream and a plan for us. And I don't know, the Bible isn't really clear about how those dreams may have sustained Joseph as he was in prison in Egypt, and as he was being sold into slavery. The outcome was far from certain, but he had that dream that God had given him, that at some point in time that he would rule over his brothers, and that they would come and that they would honor him. And in fact, later on in the story, that's exactly what happened. God used Joseph to save his entire family from famine in the land of Israel. Um, and so as we enter 2021, I'm just thinking about uh, the dreams and the plans that God have for us individually and as a church. I don't know what dream God may have for you, but I think one of the things that we can be certain of is that God dreams that we would know him better in 2021, and that we would be more obedient to him in this coming year. And, for our church, uh, I think it's safe to say that God would dream that we would reach out to our neighbor, and that we would love one another, and that we would share the good news of his gospel with those around us, that people might come to know God in this coming year. So, as we enter these first few weeks of 2021, I would just encourage you that God has a dream for you. And I just would pray that God would reveal that dream to you, and that he would encourage you, and that we would encourage one another in seeking what God's dream for us individually and our church corporately would be in this coming year.